Thank you all for coming today. Looks like first thing we have on our agenda are approval of minutes for May. I have a motion to approve. The reason somebody wasn't sitting in that thing kept dropping. All in favor say aye. Aye. All right, I signed those. Looks like new business here. We got a couple of public hearings, Mark.
I just want to remind you to use your mic when you speak today. We are testing out the live channel, so if you're going to speak into the mic and it'll hear you. So, cool. Your first case today is, SD 2024-1. I'm sorry, -2, if that's right. No, -1, sorry. 2024-1. It's a preliminary plat of the concrete minor plat. The applicant is Robert and Julie Concrete, 700 South Walnut Street, Crawfordsville, Indiana, 47933. The property location is 3299 West Black Creek Valley Road, Crawfordsville, Indiana. The existing land use and zoning, the existing land use is wooded, and then the zoning is agricultural. Neighboring properties are ag and residential. The request before you today, the petitioner requests preliminary plat approval of the concrete minor plat. The proposed plat split a 4-acre parcel from a 48-acre parcel for the purpose of a building lot. Road systems, the property is accessed from Black Creek Valley Road and has the required frontage for an ag zone property. Your land use ordinances, proposed platted lot will be served by on-site septic and private well. Special flood hazard area exists on the proposed split. It is on the south portion of the property near Sugar Creek. No delineated wetlands exist on the property. No drainage plan is required for this subdivision, as it is just a single buildable lot of 4 acres. And your address numbering ordinance can be met with the proposed platted lot. Again, this is a single lot split of a 48-acre parcel that has been split previously, so that's why they had to come in with a minor plat today. Staff does recommend the approval of the preliminary minor plat for the concrete minor plat.
Petitioner here, have anything to add? Please come up, state your name, address, please.
Robert Concrete, 700 South Walnut Street, here, Crawford.
Thank you.
All we're doing is just section off 4 acres of the property to give to our niece and nephew. We like to give them some things. We're in the process of retiring to Florida. We're getting ready to go to Pensacola here in the next couple months, we hope. So we're going to retire down there and enjoy the grandkids. Okay. But I do have a minor plot map. If you guys like to see it, if anybody would like to see it. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So.
Anybody have any questions for petitioner? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This time, 4:03, open the public hearing. Anyone here from the community want to speak to this? Please come up, state your name. We'll listen to you. Name and address, please.
My name is Nolan Warner. I live at 3351 West Black Creek Valley Road, right next door to the property. And I just realized the other day that this property that's going to be sold or given, whatever, is right next, probably 150 feet away from my house. And we've lived there 52 years, and I've always had a nice view. And I don't think I'm going to like having a house built right where I'm always used to looking out there and seeing a nice pasture. Anyhow, I just found out yesterday when I got the map, and so I'm voicing my objection now. What good, for whatever good it'll do.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else, please? hearing none, well, I guess, Mark, did you have anything sent in, anything to read into the record?
No emails or no letters written. Did have several of the community come in and ask questions about if it was going to be a residential subdivision or what it was going to be. So I just gave them the information and let them know that it was a single parcel split because of the property had been split previously. So, but no written letters or emails.
All right, I'd call the public hearing close at 4:05. Discussion amongst the board? A motion? You heard the recommendation of our staff.
I make a motion that we approve this.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. All right, we've got another one here for the Bobcat dealership.
Yeah, your second case here is subdivision SD 2024-2. And this is to consider the preliminary plat approval of the Bobcat dealership. Applicant is D High Holdings LLC, 2616 South Beck Lane, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. Property location is the 2600 South Block of US 231, Crawfordsville, Indiana. Your land use and zoning, the existing land is agricultural row crop. Existing zoning is commercial. Property was rezoned for previous owner Larry Smith, RZ 2023-6 in 2023 for the purpose of this black Bobcat dealership. The petitioner does request today the preliminary plat approval of the Bobcat dealership plat. The proposed plat splits from the Larry Smith property 5 acres. The property is accessed from a platted easement, which is on your preliminary plat, off of the Larry Smith property to the north of the proposed property. It also is accessed, that access platted easement will be from 231. Your land use ordinances that apply, the zoning ordinance, it is a 5-acre parcel from the original 48 acres of the Larry Smith property. It's on the southeast corner of the property, north adjacent to Moore's Heights subdivision. The property is proposed to have 308 foot of frontage on US 231 with a 733-foot depth. No special flood hazard area is located on the proposed site in this plat. The legal drain that was brought to light during those proceedings has been vacated by the Drainage Board, and it will be a private drain. No wetlands have been delineated on the property. The stormwater drainage ordinance will be evaluated if you see fit to approve this preliminary plat. The design can be, for the civil, can be turned in, obviously, and that drainage plan will come before the Plan Commission after it's been reviewed by Montgomery County prior to going to secondary plat. The address numbering system can be met on the proposed plat, and the current proposed location does not have an entrance, but can meet the required distances as well as right-of-way requirements on the proposed lot. Based on the above findings, staff does recommend approval of the preliminary plat.
Anybody have any questions for Mark? Clarification? We didn't move a tile, we vacated a tile. All right. The petitioner have anything to add? Raj?
Good evening, everyone. Roger Azar with DES Engineering. Mark said it all. If you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Can you put a picture up,
Mark?
5 acre, and then the remainder of the Larry Smith property.
Tricia, on the north end of the square, the 5 acres, there's a field entrance there, and they have laid a lot of rubble, concrete to allow trucks to go in. That existing entrance off NDOT is what we're gonna apply for an actual entrance, and it will go along the entire length, heading to the west, to the edge of the property. It will be an easement in favor of Bobcat. It will stay on Larry Smith property.
Thanks, Roger.
Yes, sir.
This time we'll open public hearing. 410, anyone that wants to speak on, to this, come up, please. Name and address.
Alan Leonard, 2879 South US Highway 231. I guess before I make a statement, I've got a couple of questions to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. The larger part, and Mark, the larger part that we discussed before, that's not up for discussion tonight, right?
We're talking about the plat, which is the
Just the
5 acre
plat.
parcel, yes.
Okay, then I won't go into what I discussed last time ago. I think everybody on the board knows about our concern and the neighborhood's concern. The only thing that I would state, and I'm not a neighbor, I'm certainly supportive of this, but it would sure be nice, and it may already be in the plan, I don't know, I heard you talk about it once before, is just some sort of a buffer between the commercial and the residential. But all of that's, since we're not talking about the rest of it, that's all I've got for tonight.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Anything to read in?
No, I do not.
And I call the public hearing closed at 4:11. Discussion amongst the commission? Motion? Heard the recommendations of our staff?
I move we accept that.
Move to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
Since we've had some public comment, today all the Plan Commission is doing is determining whether the lot lines comply with the county ordinance. The land use issues are decided in zoning. The buffer issue that Mr. Leonard raises will be addressed at the development plan review, is when we get into landscaping and all of that. So just for those of you who haven't been to a Plan Commission meeting before, and that may be some of you, this process gets kind of confusing as to what are they doing today. So today, they're merely saying, does the lot as drawn meet with the county requirements? That's really all a plat is. Some of these other issues will be addressed at a different hearing.
Thanks, Dan. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Looks like approval of signage.
We also have the final plat signage of the Casey's and Mervis plat from 525 East and State Route 32. We did have a condition of all NDOT approvals prior to signing that plat. All of those conditions have been met, and as you know, Casey's has been built and is up and running now, and we need to go ahead and sign that plat today. So I have it in front of us today, so I need approval of that final plat.
Entertain a motion to approve the Casey's final plat. Have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. And Mark, you've got some, we have since updated our comp plan and some of the action items from that. I think we've all got some information here from Mark to start working on.
Just in front of you is the action items from the comp plan, and I wanted to put that in front of you today, open up a discussion today if you want, and also for the next meeting, have an idea of if there's any Plan Commission members that want to serve on a small committee that we can get together and kind of track these action items and see where that goes. So today is more of informational, bring it up to you, throw these at you. I know you have the comp plan, I know you've seen it. I figured I would print those pages out and show those action items to you so you can think about that for next month.
Anything you guys want to talk about today, or work on this and come back, discuss it next meeting? What's your wishes? Have you had time to look through some of the stuff? All right, well, we'll do that. Anybody have opinion on a smaller group? I do believe regardless of the number, or less than a quorum, it still is a public meeting, all right? So this is not to get around a public meeting, but just to be more effective on some recommendations or thoughts. What's your views on that? Any volunteers?
I guess, John, or Mark, what are you looking for, I guess? I mean, as far as a committee?
You know, our first comp plan, we didn't really track the action items in that comp plan. We went to the update of the comp plan, and then we kind of looked back and said, oh, yeah, we hit this one. Yes, we hit this one. This is more of an ongoing thing for the next several years, looking at that, seeing if we're meeting the goals of that comp plan and how we're meeting those goals, and get a running tally of that and keep track of it. And, you know, if we're not hitting some of these goals, bring those up in these meetings and have those discussions. And it's more of a preparation for the next time we do a comp plan.
Gotcha.
Well, think about that. We'll have that conversation next month too, so. All right, anything else, Mark? Dan?
I don't have anything else.
Anything from the board? Entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. Thank you, everyone.
We will. We'll do just need one of those final plat on. We'll have to do officially the final